Good day everyone, my name is Rin Chan Yuro. In this video, I will be presenting my research on determinants of undergraduate continuous intention to use e-wallet in Malaysia. E-wallets have quickly become a preferred mode of payment in Malaysia due to smartphone, QR code technology and contactless trend post-COVID. Government initiatives like E-Tunai Rakyat and E-Belia have also accelerated this shift, especially among young users like us. But incentives alone aren't enough. Many users stop using e-wallets once promotion ends. In background of study, e-wallet adoption in Malaysia has grown significantly. According to Bank Negara Malaysia, digital payment transactions reached over 11 billion in 2023. Despite this surge, studies show users often disengage due to privacy concerns, lack of trust and poor user experience. And surprisingly, there is limited research focused especially on continuous intention among undergraduates, even though we are one of the most active user groups. While e-wallet adoption has grown rapidly, e-wallet users often discontinue usage after incentive and suggesting issues with long-term engagement. On top of that, cyber threats are rising. 646 data breaches were reported in 2023 alone, significantly damaged user trust. Next, the factors influence this trend, including a lack of trust, privacy concerns, and dissatisfaction with user experience. This issue can cause users to abandon the platform after the initial period. So, understanding what drives users to continue using e-wallet is critical for building a secure, digitally inclusive ecosystem that Malaysia is actively working toward. Most existing studies focus on initial adopts. There are limited research on long-term usage, especially among undergraduates, who are the key driver of digital payment trend. As I said, while many studies have explored why people adopt e-wallets, far fewer have investigated why users continue using them over time, especially among Malaysian undergraduates. This presents a major research gap that our study aims to address. Most existing research emphasize adoption factors like convenience or vanity and often focus on working adults or general consumers, leaving student user behavior under-examined. The key drivers relevant to fintechs environments such as perceived trust, privacy, and government support are often missing from previous continuous intention models. To address this, our study integrates cognitive elements like perceived usefulness and ease of use, affective elements like trust and attitude, and external factors like government support. The multi-dimensional framework offers a more complete picture of what sustains e-wallet usage. Based on this gap, I've developed 6 objectives and 6 corresponding research questions. All of them research around exploring how factors like usefulness, ease of use, privacy, trust, attitude, and government support influencing undergraduate decision to continue using e-wallet. Here's the model I use based on the Extended Technology Acceptance Model TAM2. Its hypothesis assumes a positive relationship between the independent variables and continuous intention, grounded in previous research and TAM2 established frameworks. The study adopts a positive research paradigm, which means the study focuses on hypothesis testing using a quantitative approach. In terms of research design, the study was casual in nature and conducted as a field study using a cross-sectional method. Since there are no researcher intervention is follow an ex post facto approach. Our unit of analysis consists of undergraduate students in Malaysia. For data collection, we use a structured questionnaire with a 5-point Likert scale. We apply purposive sampling and successfully gather 186 responses through online survey, which were distributed via platforms such as WhatsApp and Telegram. Now let's look at the result. Out of 6 hypotheses, hypotheses 1, 2, and 5 were supported. That means perceived usefulness, ease of use, and attitude significantly influence continuous intention. However, hypotheses 3, 4, and 6, which test privacy, trust, and government support, were not supported, indicating insignificantly or even negative relationship. This result reveals some interesting insight. Perceived usefulness and ease of use still play a critical role, as supported by Sujana and Tay. Students are more likely to stick with e-wallets that are easy to navigate and serve a clear purpose. Privacy have a negative effect, possibly due to increasing awareness of scams and frustration with complex security protocol based on Carl and Bahar. Trust show insignificantly, perhaps because today undergraduates are skeptical and more digital literate. Attitude provide critical, a positive mindset and emotion satisfaction go a long way in shaping behavior. And government support didn't hold much weight, likely due to incentive fetish or perception that these rewards are temporary, based on Marty. To conclude, this study showed that the key driver of e-wallet retention among undergraduates are functionality and emotion, not necessarily institutions, trust, or policy intervention. It also confirmed that extending TAM2 with trust, privacy, and government support add complexity and real-world relevance to their model. This finding can help fintech developers improve user experience and guide policymakers towards sustainable engagement strategies. Thank you for listening. I hope this research sparked further conversation about how we, as students and digital natives, experience and shape the future in digital finance in Malaysia. Thank you.